All right. Let's solve the above question. Say 7 plus 1 over s to the power of 4 minus 5 plus 1 over s to the power of 4 equals to 240. We want to find the value of s. And the trick I'll be using is this. The first thing I'll do is I'm going to say let p equals to the sum of what we have inside this bracket. 7 plus 1 over s plus 5 plus 1 over 1 over s, then divided by what? By 2. All right. So if I have something like this, then the next thing is 7 plus 5 is 12. So this is going to give me 12 plus 1 over s plus 1 over s, that is 2 over s, then divided by what? By 2. All right. So if you look at this well, you observe that 2 is common. We can factor out 2. So we are going to be left with p equals to going to be 2 into, then we'll be having 6 plus 1 over s divided by what? By 2. So 2 will go in this. So it means our p now will be equals to 6 plus 1 over what? 1 over s. All right. So we have p will be equals to 6 plus 1 over s. All right. So if we make 1 over s here the subject, we are going to have 1 over s to be equals to what? To be equals to p minus 6. All right. So the next thing we are going to be doing is we are going to substitute p minus 6 for 1 over s in the above equation. All right. So we are going to have 7. I'm going to have 7 plus 1 over s, which is what? P minus 6, all to the power of 4, minus 5 plus 1 over s, which is p minus 6, then all to the power of 4 equals to what? Equals to 240. All right. Now, if you look at this critically well, 7 minus 6 is 1. So we can write what is here as what? P plus 1. We're going to have p plus 1 to the power of 4 minus 5 minus 6 is minus 1. So this one is going to be p minus 1 to the power of 4 equals to what? Equals to 240. I hope you get this step. All right. Now, the next thing we are going to do is we can write what we have here to be in form of difference of 2 squared. And how do we do that? We are going to have this to be what? P plus 1 all to the power of 2. Then we put out another 2 here. All right. So here the same thing with this, minus p minus 1 all to the power of 2, everything to the power of 2, everything equals to what? 240. All right. Now, this is nothing but what? Difference of 2 squared. So difference of 2 squared is telling us that if we have a squared minus b squared, it's going to be equals to what? A plus b into what? A minus b. All right. So it shows that everything we have inside this bracket is our a, while everything we have inside this bracket is our what? B. So it means that if you want to rewrite this in form of difference of 2 squared, it's going to be p plus 1 all square plus b, which is what? P minus 1 all square. So we can put this in brackets, then open another bracket, then a minus b now. So we're going to have p plus 1 all square minus what? P minus 1 all square. All right, close the brackets, everything equals to what? 240. All right. Now, the next thing we are going to be doing is this. We are going to open this bracket. All right, so if by opening this bracket, we put our square on p, we are going to have p squared. We put our, it's going to be p times 1 multiplied by 2, that is 2p. If we put our square on 1, we are going to have 1. All right, plus, put your square on p, you have p squared. Then p times negative 1 times 2, that is minus 2p. Put your square on negative 1, that is positive 1. So we can close this bracket. Then expand this as well. We are going to have p squared minus 2p, plus 2p, then plus 1 minus, so we have to be careful with this minus here. Now, p squared, if you put your square on p here, it's going to be p squared. P squared multiplied by minus is going to be minus p squared. All right. p times -1 times 2, we are going to have minus 2p. Multiplied by minus is going to be positive 2p. Alright, so if we put our square on 1 here, we are going to have it to be what? Positive 1. Multiplied by minus, we are going to have minus 1. So close this bracket, everything will be equals to what? 240. Alright. Now, the next thing you are going to observe here is this. If you look at this critically well, you observe that 2p will go out with 2p. Then we are going to be left with what? P squared plus p squared, which is what? 2p squared. Then 1 plus 1, which is what? Which is 2. So we are done with this bracket. Alright. We look at this one. 1 here will go away with this 1. And 2p plus 2p. Okay, and a p square will go with what? P square. 2p plus 2p is what? 4p. So everything here will be equals to what? 240. Alright. Now, the next thing we are going to do is this. You observe that if we bring out 2 from this bracket, we'll be left with what? We'll be left with 2 into what? P square plus 1 into what? Into 4p. Everything will be equals to what? 240. Alright. Now, 2 multiplied by 4p, that is what? 8p. So we are going to have 8p into what? P square plus 1 equals to what? Equals to 240. Alright. So now, the next thing we are going to do is this. We are going to divide both sides by what? By 8. So if we do that, we are going to have this will be divided by 8. Divided by 8. So this will go with this. Then we'll be left with p into p square. P into p square plus 1 equals to 240 divided by 8 is 30. Alright. So I can decide to open this bracket now. If I open this bracket, I'm going to have this to be what? To be p cubed. Then p times 1, that is p. Then I can bring in this 30 here. I'm going to have it as negative 30 equals to what? 0. Alright. Now, this 30 now, I'm going to rewrite it in form of what? 27 plus 3. So if I do that, I'm going to have this to be p cubed plus p minus into 27 plus 30 plus 3 equals to what? 0. Alright. So by so doing, if I expand the bracket again, I'm going to have p cubed plus p minus 27 minus what? Minus 3 equals to what? 0. Alright. Now, the next thing is, we can replace this 27 with what? 3 to the power of 3. Alright, so if we do that, we're going to have this to be p to the power of 3 plus p minus 3 to the power of 3, then minus 3 equals to what? 0. Alright. Now, if you observe this where we can bring these two together. So it will look like what? Difference of 2 cubed. Alright, so we are going to have p cubed minus 3 to the power of 3, then plus what? We'll be left with p minus 3. Sorry. Equals to what? 0. Alright. You are going to recall from difference of 2 squares. We have a cubed minus b cubed. This is going to be equals to a minus b into what? Into a square plus ab plus what? Plus b square. Alright. Now, we are going to be writing p cubed minus 3 cubed in this form. Alright, so it means here we are going to have our p to be a and our 3 to be b. So it means this is going to be p minus 3 into what? Into p square. So p square. Then this is going to be plus 3ab, which is what? P. Then if you put your square on 3, that is 9. So this is going to be plus p minus 3 equals to what? 0. Alright. Now, I hope you understand this. We said our a is what? P, and our b is what? 3. So just put here, we are going to have p minus 3, p square, 3 times p is 3p. Then put your 3 here, you are going to have it as 9. Alright. Now, this is p minus 3 here. There's p minus 3 here. We can factor it out. So if we factor out p minus 3, so we are going to be left with what? We are going to be left with p square plus 3p plus 9 Then we are going to be left with plus what here? 1. Everything equals to what? 0. All right. So now we can further write this as p minus 3 into what? Into p squared plus 3p. 9 plus 1 is 10. Everything equals to what? 0. All right. So we can therefore apply the 0 law here. So if we apply the 0 law, it's going to be p minus 3 equals to 0, or p squared plus 3p plus 10 equals to what? 0. So here we can say that p is equals to 3 here, because if this 3 come back, it's going to be 0 plus 3, which is 3. So the value of p here is 3. All right. Here, let's just check for the discriminant. That is, if you have your quadratic formula, minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. b squared minus 4ac inside that square root is equals to what? D. And the d there is called what? The discriminant. And when this d, when the value is less than 0, it shows that we don't have real root for such equation. So let's check that for this equation, because we cannot use a factorization method. We can only use what? Quadratic formula to solve this. Is that clear? All right. And in order for us not to waste our time, let's just check for the discriminant. If the discriminant is less than 0, it shows that we don't need to solve. It has no real root. Is that clear? All right. So we said d is equals to what? B squared minus 4ac. All right. So d will be equals to, our b here is the coefficient of p, which is going to be what? 3 squared minus 4ac. What is our a? Our a, the coefficient of p squared is 1, and our c is what? 10. So d will be equals to what? 9 minus 4 times 1 times this, that is 40. All right. So if you look at this now, if you subtract 9 from 40, you are going to have 31, negative 31, right? So this is negative 31. So you can see that d is less than what? 0. All right. So d is less than 0. It shows that this equation has no real root. So the true value of p is nothing but what? 3. All right. But don't forget, it is what? It is the value of s that we want to find, right? Now, we have gotten the value of our p to be what? 3. But don't forget that our p, initially our p is equals to what? 6. Our p is equals to what? 6 plus 1 over s, right? All right. So I'm going to be cleaning this part so that we can further proceed. All right. So we have gotten our p to be 3. And don't forget that our p here is p, said p is equals to what? 6 plus 1 all over what? S. All right. Now, if this is correct, we can therefore substitute p to be what? 3 here. So it shows that 3 will be equals to what? 6 plus 1 over s. So if I bring in 6 to this side, I'm going to have I'm going to have 3 minus 6. I'm going to have 3 minus 6 to be equals to 1 over s. That is negative 3 equals to 1 over s. All right. So if I take the reciprocal of both sides now, I'm going to have this to be, this side is going to be 1 all over what? Minus 1 all over 3 to be equals to what? S. So it shows that the value of s for this equation is minus 1 over 3. All right. And if you want to verify that, you can substitute, either you use 1 over s in this equation. You put 1 over s to be what? Minus 3. That is 7 minus 3 to the power of 4 minus 5 minus 3 to the power of 4. Do the math and see, maybe you get 240. And if you want to use the value of s, it's going to be minus 1 over 3. Put minus 1 over 3 here and do the math again to verify. I would love to see that in the comment section. Thanks.